Now, regarding the process of electing members of the Shura Council for the 10th term, we welcome to the studio journalist Team Constantine from Washington Times. Thank you for being here and for being with us here to talk more about what we have observed actually during your presence here with other international journalists. What would you like to tell us in general about the election process?
I think there were two or three things that really got my attention right off the bat. One is people often complain that there are too many people in government, or too many hands doing things. And with the way the process is being done now, the ability to scale back the number of volunteers, the number of employees, the participation of workers is so much less. I think that's a great benefit. It says how efficient the process is. But I think the part that got my attention the most really was the enthusiasm among the public or among government officials. Both were very excited about the process, and that isn't always the case. So I liked seeing that a lot.
Okay. Now, this e-voting system is for the first time that has been applied here in the Sultanate of Oman. Of course, it was applied for the municipal members, but this time actually is more advanced. Do you see the opportunity of being utilized, this kind of system, in other countries?
I do, and I'll use the United States as an example. In the United States, there are 50 states. And so during federal elections, you have 50 different systems. It is not one uniform system, but there's a lot of talk now of trying to make a uniform system. And I looked at this system and thought, well, I realized this is 753,000 enrolled voters. And in the United States, last presidential election, they had 160 million voters. You would need to work on scaling it up, but the process, the participation rate, the simplicity, the ease with which it's done, all of those lend themselves, certainly to the United States, I would think all over the world. I think this is a leading technology.
Now, we have come actually to the end of this interview. However, how do you see that this particular system being used in other countries? You have already pointed out there, but is there an opportunity of benefiting from the experiences that we have here in the Sultanate of Oman?
I think the big benefit, I looked at the numbers for the 9th Shura Council election, and it was, I think, a 49% participation rate. And then that's a big jump this time. The ability to do it in such a simple fashion and have more people participate, I think is always the goal of any government entity, is to try to get as many people in as possible. And I think this encourages a younger voter too, which sometimes is the lower turnout, is the youth. And so getting those 21-year-olds, 22-year-olds to participate is probably easier on the phone than it is elsewhere.
Indeed. People would say probably those old guys, they might have some difficulties, but I'm sure that many of them have got their own, people who can assist them in that. And we've heard His Excellency, the Undersecretary of Minister of Communication, saying that there was no problem that they have noticed with this. So we've been very successful. Well, Tim, thank you very much for being with us here. Of course, Tim is from Washington Times.
Correct.
So thank you for being here in the Sultanate.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Thank you very much. Thank you.